Well, welcome to another lesson of the Focus on Agility CMS course. I am Marcelo Lewin, the Headless Creator. As always, get a hold of me right there, Marcelo at headlesscreator.com. Today, my guest presenter is Liz Williams. She's actually back, and she's a customer success manager at Agility CMS. And actually, we're gonna find out what is a customer success manager. But she's gonna show us today how to do import and export of content and how to do bulk content updates in Agility CMS. So, without further ado, Liz, welcome.
Hi, thanks.
How are you?
Back. I'm very well. How are you?
Not bad, not bad. We're praying for the internet gods here to play
Yep.
along with us, so things move along. You're in Canada, right?
That's correct. Yep,
Yeah. So you guys just had Canada Day.
we did.
We
July
just had
1st.
4th of July for 4th of July, right? So
Mhm.
Canada Day is your Independence Day.
It's Canada Day, it's Canada's birthday.
Got it. Okay. So who your independence? Who you claiming independence from? I don't know much about the history of Canada.
Me either. I'm not super. I just know it's
Okay.
Canada's birthday.
Okay, got it. I wonder if it was the British too, or that's funny. Okay, cool. So we're going to jump into your presentation real quick, but before we do that, we hear customer success manager a lot. What is not just in agility, but in general? What is a customer success manager? What do you do? What's your day to day?
Yeah, so I won't really dive into the day to day, but I'll let you know sort of holistically. Customer success managers are sort of the trusted advisor to the clients. So what we do is we provide the support and the tools to ensure that the customers are getting their business goals with our product. So really understanding the product and how the clients can leverage that in order to meet their goals. And also, the central point of contact, kind of an escalation point, and trusted relationship that the clients can have in the organization.
It seems like a good career to take, right? Because it looks like almost every company has a customer success manager or actually an entire team of customer success managers.
Yeah, I think in this space of SaaS, so software as a service
Right.
organizations, customer success is really booming. It's an industry in itself now with its own best practices, just like sales would have.
Right.
So yeah, it's definitely an interesting and exciting time to be a CSM.
Definitely. And excuse me, I had to drink some coffee here because it's
Okay.
early in the morning still, and we need our coffee. But having said that, we can see your slides. We're ready for you to start with the first part on performing bulk uploads. Again, for those of you watching live, if you have any questions, put them in the chat. I'll ask Liz. Liz, otherwise, it's all yours.
Okay, sounds good. Thanks, Marcelo. So yeah, we're going to talk about how to perform bulk uploads in Agility CMS. And we're going to start with, I'll go over an agenda real quick, actually, importing and exporting content. So that's where you'll export a list from Excel, make an update and import it back into Agility CMS, and then batch content publishing. So maybe you want to make, multiple updates and then you want to publish them all at the same time. So first we'll talk about the import export tool. So this is a really handy tool in Agility CMS. It's great for getting bulk data in and out of the content and pages areas of Agility CMS. So the content's exported, updated, and then re-imported very easily and reliably, just following the fields and columns that are already in place. As long as you keep that mapping structure, everything works out nicely. So you might want to use this to make last minute updates. Maybe you're an events planner or you have a lot of events happening and you want to, change all the dates or change venues, and you need to make a whole bunch of updates and you don't want to do them one at a time. So you would then export the list that has the same sort of model in your content area in Agility CMS, make those changes, and then re-upload or import that data. So the changes will reflect on the front end of the website. So you can also use this, essentially just what I just said, to make specific changes to multiple fields from a content list. Maybe you just want to change a whole bunch of things at once, something didn't go right. It's a nice, easy, clean way to do that. So in the content area of Agility CMS, you can see the little 3 dots in the right-hand corner, and I'll go into a demo after this quick blurb, but what you'll do is export content in regular format, and it will generate from the list that you're working on, the spreadsheet that you can download to export all of the content in that list. And then to import, you would use the export that you had just extracted from Agility CMS, and then you would update or enter any new content that you wanted to add, save that, and then re-import into Agility CMS. So let's go check out what this looks like in Agility. Thanks, Marcelo. So you can see I'm in the content area of Agility CMS here. And I'm going to look at this list of cars that I've created. It's a very simple list. We've got 3 cars here, and I'm going to export this because I want to make some changes to the details in these cars. So here we go. And actually, we'll dig in here a little bit. You can see the Dodge Ram. It's a 2023. It's a real nice and new pickup truck. So we have some details about the cars. They all have a title, a year, and a description. So very simple items in this content list. I'm going to click these 3.
Quick question.
Sure.
While you're doing that. If you click on export now, it'll export the entire list, I'm assuming, right? Everything
Yes,
that's
that's
in
correct.
that content model or content type.
You got
Can you just select certain ones and export those? Is that possible?
I don't believe so. I think that sort of defeats the purpose of the bulk update. You could just update right here. If I only wanted to make this an update on the Dodge Ram, I would just make the updates here and publish them.
So import export is basically for all the items inside a content type.
That's right. You can use content or the pages area. So the same model, same type of content, you can export those lists.
Perfect. Thank you.
You're welcome. So we'll go back here. And these 3 little dots up at the far right, you can see the options here, import or export. So I'm going to click export in regular format. You can do format for translation, where it will provide you for each field an area to create the translation and upload, but we're only using the English locale right now. So I'm going to just do regular format here to keep it simple.
Actually, while it's doing that, that's really cool. So the format for translation adds the field for whatever locales you have set up, and then you can provide that spreadsheet to your translator, then bring it back and do what you're going to show us later, which is your import. So that way they can just work directly off the spreadsheet.
That's right. But instead of, so in this case, and you'll see here, I'll download this export now. In this case, you update all of the fields that are there, where it gives you an extra column in translation for each field to say, okay, here's what it is in this. The translation field would be this.
And I'm assuming that column is based on the locale. So if you have 2 locales, like let's say French Canadian and